Forget it, Max. I'm not interested in your money. Full stop.
Don't you activists use money like everybody else?
Not blood money.
Okay, Moraa. Suit yourself.
Hey, why are you beating these children? Hey!
Wewe. Kuja pole pole. They have violated Metropolitan Order 13. Wewe unajua hata hiyo ni nini wewe?
Nonsense. They are kids, huh?
Talk softly, madam. I'm an officer. Focus on the traffic lights or I'll book you for obstruction.
Don't worry about my focus, officer! Max's days in power number!
Oh, good luck with that, madam. Tutaona.
Wednesday, August 25th, 10 a.m. Today, I uncovered a secret plot by one of the most powerful men in the country, Max. He plans to illegally acquire the oil-rich Olorur Valley in Wahengaland. It's not safe for me to remain in Central City. I have to go to the one place that remains beyond Max's reach. The only place still governed by a social code dedicated to protecting its land and the freedom of its people, those living and those unborn. This social code is called the Wahenga Consensus. I have to walk the rest of the way to make sure I'm not being followed. There's nothing in these woods more dangerous than the city I've left behind. If Max has his way, the entire valley will be a polluted oil well within a few short months. That's why I'm here. I'm here to seek the help of Loibon Magokoro, respected leader and guardian of the Wahenga Consensus. Magokoro?
Moraa. I'm glad you made it. May the ancestors watch over you.
Magokoro, I come with bad news. I have evidence that Max Industries is forging land titles to Olorur with the help of state agents. They plan to evict thousands of people from their homes.
This is hardly news. Outsiders have coveted our land since the birth of the Central State over a century ago. From trophy hunters to ranchers. But Max is a different kind of enemy.
How so?
He grew up here during the emergency. And his parents, they were executed by the Wahenga resistance after they were found to be Gakunias.
Gakunias?
Colonial collaborators. They hid their identities with a sackcloth while betraying resistance fighters to the authorities. I tried to stop the execution, but my pleas fell on deaf ears. Their crimes were too grave.
But many people suffered during the emergency. That's no excuse for hurting innocent people.
You're right, of course. But this is about much more than Max. This is about the loss of trust, the fabric that binds our community together. Without it, things fall apart. I'm old enough to remember when land titles were an absurd concept. How could one person own a river? Back then, we would circle Wahenga land all year round with our cattle in search of pasture. The great Olorur trees planted by our ancestors were the beacons of our territory, respected by all. In those days, we were all related either by blood, friendship, or marriage. Finding consensus about how to build our homes or feed our families was easy. But this all changed with the birth of the Central State. Our Laibonis were forced to sign treaties surrendering our territory. Our people were dispersed and forced to find work in faraway towns. Gradually, we became strangers, and we were incapable of finding consensus without the dictates of central rulers. And they prioritized their greed over the needs of the people. Today, the Wahenga necklace is one of the few surviving maps of our history. A colored bead for every newborn, and a white bead for every departed ancestor. Like our community, it grows with every cycle around the sun. If Wahenga land is to survive Max's evil schemes, we're going to have to create a system that cannot be refuted by the Central State. One that allows our people in every corner of the continent to find consensus once again. I may not live to see this happen, but happen it must. Rest well tonight, my brave child. Tomorrow morning, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Thank you, Chelsea. That'll be all.
My pleasure, sir.
Now show the Attorney General in.
Right away, sir.
We are pleased to hear that you located the girl. If there are any extrajudicial remedies in place, the President would prefer not to know about it.
Everything in its good time. For now, I need to be sure that my land title in the Olorul Valley is invulnerable in the event that she leaks.
Naturally. There's only one possible challenge I foresee. If the courts were to recognize their tree as a protected beacon, we have a problem.
Unless, of course, the tree disappears.
Exactly. One last question, Maxwell. In all other acquisitions, you've kept a healthy distance. Why the personal involvement in this case? Maxwell? Maxwell? Did you hear my question? Never mind. I'll show myself out. Good luck.
I see you've met our friend, Jogu.
Akinyi! What the hell? Couldn't you have picked a better meeting place?
Nah, I had to make sure you weren't followed.
I've been careful.
You can never be too careful with someone like Max. And there's this. The best view in all of Olerul Valley.
Wow.
Ah, this is what it's all about, Mo.
What are those?
Oh, those are starlings. The dance they're doing is called a murmuration. I mean, it's always fascinated me how they move like that. They never bump into each other, and they don't have a single leader. It's a miracle of coordination.
Amazing.
Anyway, that's enough sightseeing for one morning. I'm sure you're very, very hungry. Come, let's go. Follow me. Welcome to the home of the Sankofa Collective.
Wow. What do you do here?
We're the biggest developers cooperative in Wahenga land. Many of us work remotely across the world, but Sankofa Hall, this is our base. We host events, talks, hackathons, and once in a while, we handle sensitive cases like yours.
They're threatening you because they want to collect.
This is delicious, Akinyi. Thank you. I can't remember the last time I ate like this in Central City.
It's my pleasure. I look forward to properly introducing you to the gang. You know, it's not every day that we get to meet a real-life whistleblower, right? You know, I also used to live in the city.
Really?
I even worked as a contractor for Max Industries. But that was well before I saw the light and got out. Serving the Sankofas has been much more rewarding. I mean, now I'm building things that actually help people, like the Wahenga Dao.
Wait, what's a DAO?
It stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. And it's a way for all of us to coordinate and decide on our future without having to delegate power to a central authority. By using blockchain, all our votes will be transparent, and our finances can be held collectively. We'll be able to fly like the Sterlings we saw this morning. Millions of individuals working together in a way that's both inclusive and highly adaptable. Yes, we're all independent and capable as individuals, but as a team, we're unstoppable.
Pardon my skepticism, but it's not like people haven't been trying to work together since the beginning of time. And what on earth is this blockchain on which your entire plan hinges? Especially, Sana, how do we use it to stop Max?
It's your lucky demo. This just happens to be the subject of today's talk.
All right, everybody listen up. May I have your attention, please? All right, how's everyone feeling today? Are we pumped? Are we psyched? Awesome. Now listen, it's time for today's talk. Akinyi, please join me on stage. Akinyi is going to be talking to us about blockchain and why it matters to us at Sankofa. All right? All right, let's make some noise for Akinyi. Akinyi, the stage is yours.
Asante, Hassan. Hey, everyone. Firstly, please join me in welcoming our special guest to the Sankofa Hall, Moraa. Moraa is an unsung hero in our struggle for transparency and accountability in this country. As I speak to you right now, she's risking her safety to expose the truth about how Max is abusing his influence over the Central Land Registry. He plans to evict our people from the Olorur Valley to make room for oil drilling. This is not the first time in our history that we've seen such abuse of power. And to tell you the truth, it's not going to be the last. Not unless we can use blockchain technology to decentralize governance in this country.
Hey, Captain, are you sure this is where she's hiding?
I'm positive. The boss is never wrong.
All right, Captain. We are ready for your order.
Aye, officers. Station yourselves at the exits, then send some smokers through the balcony.
A blockchain is just a ledger or a record of transactions that's stored in blocks of data and linked in a chain. The transactions recorded in a blockchain can't be edited or deleted, so they're protected from bad actors. What makes it special is its decentralization.
Decentralization? What's decentralization?
Great question. To make it even more secure, copies of the blockchain are stored in computers called nodes all over the world. So even if you could hack one transaction, all the nodes would detect the mismatch and reject the false information. In the same way that the internet was a revolution in communication, blockchain is a revolution in coordination. For example, the digital currency, Bitcoin. It is the most famous application of blockchain technology. Bitcoin allows its users to send and receive money from anywhere in the world, peer-to-peer, because it's decentralized. That means it's outside the control of any central authority or bureaucracy. It's managed by people just like us who believe that no government, no bank should be able to block us from using our own money. But this is only the beginning. Imagine a future where we can completely trust the outcome of our elections, where we no longer have to fear that our home will be grabbed by crooks like Max, with power and privileged access to government registries.
Sala, ongea sasa. Mbona tu kuongea? Si mlikuwa mnaongea hapo kwa mtandao. Mbona usemi kitu?
Where is Moraa?
Who? There's no one here by that name. Why are you harassing us?
I see you think you're clever, eh? Fine. We'll lock you and your friends up until someone starts talking.
Niache! Let me go! You have no right to be here!
Nyamaza wewe! Nyamaza! Nyamaza!
Akinyi! Hassan! Oh no! What have I done?
But we have our friends in custody. It's only a matter of time now before we get her.
Good. Now stay vigilant and secure the valley until the trees fell. After that, her information will be irrelevant.
Yes, boss. Consider it done. Vijana nyinyi, you think you're above the law, sindio?
Thanks to your big mouth, I'm setting your bail at 1 million kanjis. Ili iwe funzo kwenyu na watu wa tabia kama yenyu.
The genius forgot to search my socks for contraband.
Got it. Magokoro? Damn it.
Home sweet home.
Ona, young man, listen. Skiza nikwambie. As a young man, I saw my fair share of war. I've seen hunger. I have seen death. And I vowed, nikasema, I will never again return to such poverty and powerlessness. Nakwambia. And hiyo, that is the same desire I have for Wahengaland. Ona, sikia nikwambie. When our oil is pumping, your joblessness and hopelessness will be a thing of the past. Hakuna kabisa. Haitakuwa. Ama naongea uongo. Sasa unaona. Unlike the prophets of doom, wako hapa among you, who offer nothing but fear and lies, porojo tupu. Mimi hapa Max Industries nasema we shall bring new careers and state-of-the-art infrastructure accessible to all. Sindio Ngwena? Aya sasa, make way for the future!
Unbelievable! We raised 10 times our goal in under an hour.
Digga! 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 As long as the Oloru tree stands, this land belongs to the whole community. Take my necklace. Defend the consensus.
A shocking leak of thousands of documents have linked Max Industries CEO Maxwell Matata to a scheme to fraudulently acquire the Oloru Valley in Wahenga land. These revelations come after a day of violence that claimed the life of Loibon Makoro. Attorney General Moses Onari has rushed to distance the president from any knowledge of wrongdoing.
Moraa, we figured we'll never be able to replace her.
I am so sorry, Moraa. I don't know what to say. Look, we can't change what happened, but we can honor her legacy and stop Max together.
How? With the Dao?
I believe so, yes. But we'll need your help in uniting the clans if we're to be successful. Magokoro gave her life for the consensus. But the consensus is too great to rest on the shoulders of just one person. Or one tree. You're not alone.
We have suffered a great loss. But this will not be the last we see of Max. We must unite the clans of Wahengaland if we are to stand a chance against him. Magokoro used to say that culture is the living will of the people, not a museum artifact. If the Tao gives life to this will and allows us to decide our future together, then we must build it. I cannot think of a better way to honor her sacrifice.
I'll start reaching out and onboarding clan members.
I work on proposal submission systems. I think I could handle that for you guys.
I'll design the voting system.
Yeah, and I can handle the smart contracts.
Finally, we have a hackathon on our hands. If you guys are serious about doing this, we need to get cracking. We don't have much time.
Magokoro!
Mo? Mo? Amuka, Mo! You look like you could use this.
Yes! 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 The Tao is live! People are signing up from all across Wahengaland as we speak. After what happened to Magokoro, it didn't take much convincing. Now the people will get to decide their future.
Please excuse me. I think I'm burnt out. I just need a break.
Of course, Mo. We'll be okay.
Jesse! What the hell happened to my feed?
She must have found our drone and disabled it.
Enough of these games. I'm going in.
But sir!
I didn't become a boss by backing down from a fight.
Max! He's watching us! I found a spy drone in the trees outside.
Let me see it. I might be able to hack its network. Good news. I'm in. Bad news. There's a convoy of Max machines heading our way right now.
How much time do we have?
Not much. They're already on the escarpment. What's the plan, Mo?
Magokoro, I need your strength.
Do not be afraid, my child. My strength comes from the community.
You ingrates! You dare to fight me? After everything I have done to develop Wahenga land, this land is mine by right. Paid for by the blood of my parents that soaked in this soil. It's mine. Understand?
You are wrong, Maxwell. The Wahenga people are equal custodians of this land. And with today's vote on the Dao, we have voted to hold the Olorul Valley as an indivisible whole for the benefit of our great-grandchildren. Your selfish actions caused the death of Loibon Magokoro. For this unforgivable crime, we resolve that you are never to set foot in Wahenga land again.
I spit on your vote. The only vote that counts is money. I will outvote you every time.
We stopped Max. And once the people saw what the Dao allowed them to do together, they began to make even more ambitious upgrades. They began to demand even greater transparency and decentralization of energy, public finance, medical records, and many other aspects of governance. With such an unprecedented boost in public participation, it was only a matter of time before oppressive laws were challenged and repealed. In the end, Mawokoro's legacy and the Wahenga consensus lived on. With trust restored to the community, Wahenga land not only survived, but thrived for generations.